Hey, Venetia's cutesy squad. So, I want to tell you yesterday, right? Yesterday was a Saturday, right? So, we went to a place so we can make money, meaning like to sell, right? So, we get there, usually we wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, right? And then start to go to the place, right? And we get there maybe like 5 something, right? So, we did that, right? We have a lot of stuff in the car, whatever. So we got there and we start setting up the stuff, right? The stuff we're going to sell, right? So that's what we're doing right now, right? And it was like, I think it was turning to be 7 o'clock, 7 to 8 o'clock, right? And now the sun is coming up, right? So, and it's light, so you can see like things, right? So, since it's like you know, people's coming, not that much people's coming, and it was a situation, right? So this is the main of the story, right? So the lady across from us, behind us, right? She was selling, I think it was men's shoes, like those dressed up shoes, to go to church, She was selling that, right? And some other stuff. I don't remember what she was selling, right? And it was like a group of people there, right? She was selling it to, right? And they was all black. She was white. I'm just going to tell you that, Because she was starting to say some racist terms to them, right? So she started, I guess they was getting on her nerves, picking up things and stuff like that, right? She was like, don't touch things, buy it before you look at it, That was kind of weird, So that's what she was telling to the people, right? And I was like, what? You have to buy it and then see it? That's crazy. So that happened, right? And then she starts saying, then she got like kind of angry at them, because of certain situations, And she was like saying that, go away, move, I don't want to see you guys anymore, to the other race, right? She's like, y'all always pick up things and you don't want to buy it and stuff like that, right? And then the lady's like, then she started raising her voice, saying, get out of here, go away, you people, And I was like, whoa, we still on to this, I know it's not the old years that people was like in slavery and stuff like that, but you don't have to say those kind of things like, you people, So she was saying that, of course, the people's still there. It looked like, I don't know if they had no sense to like go away after she starts saying these mean things to them, And then she was like, I guess one of the ladies was like comment and say, do you take food stamps, right? The lady's like, you people need to go away, like, I don't take food stamps. You're going to purchase things with money, no food stamps. That's what she was telling the black people, right? And I was kind of in shock, She had to say all that, She could have said, no, we don't take that, Instead of all these mean stuff she was telling to them. But they still stand right there. I don't understand why you stand there if someone is like disgracing you, like putting you down, because of your color, right? So that happened, and I'm gonna tell you the story of what happened to my mom, right? It was the same thing, but not kind of like that, So my mom was selling some clothes, and they still had prices on it, Some said like $50 for the shirt and stuff like that, but she put down the price, That's on the tag, So she put it down to $3, right? And this lady came, right? She was like, how much is this shirt, this white t-shirt, right? My mom was like, $3, right? $3, So the lady's like, oh, it have a stain on it. And my mom was like, no, it don't, You know how people like say that so they can get a better deal than $3? I don't know, it's just $3. Like, what are you doing? She was white, just to say that, So my mom was like, she's like, but she's like, she was saying some other stuff. She's like, but you couldn't go down for like $1 or $2, you know? My mom was like, no, $3, you know? I guess my mom got irritated at this point, you know? So my mom was like, put it down, just go away, you know? If you don't want it, other people will buy it, right? So the lady's like, I want it, you know? And then my mom was like, okay, buy it, you know? She's like, can you just put it down for $2 or something like that? So my mom got very irritated, like really mad, right? Put down my thing and go away. I don't want to sell to you anymore, you know? Because now you're getting on my nerve. That's what she was feeling, right? So my mom was like saying that, right? And then the lady who she was selling to, it was a white lady. She was like, you people, you know? Not the lady a B word, right? The lady, like, my mom was like, go away. So my mom got out the car and then she was like, don't touch me and stuff like that, you know. I will call the police and stuff like that. My mom was like, I'm not going to touch you, you know. Just go away, you know. Just go away, you know. I'm not going to sell to you, you know. So the lady said, I'm going to call the police because you trying to touch me and scrape me and stuff like that. My mom was like, I didn't touch you, you know. My mom is much taller than the lady. So I guess she felt kind of intimidated. I don't know. So that was the situation. And she was like, you don't have to call me a B word and stuff like that, you know. But if someone's telling you to go away and they're not going to sell to you, what you do? Go away, you know. Some people don't have no sense to not go away. Like, you know, my mom got mad, right? And then she started cursing at the lady, right? She was like, B, go away, you know, like, put down the stuff and go away, right? So the lady was like, stuff like that. She's like, you don't have to call me a B. Right, and then stuff like that, right? And then she starts saying you people is the same, you know, and stuff like that, you know. And then my mom was like, what do you mean you people is the same, you know? I'm not you people, you know. I'm one person, you know. If you don't want to buy the thing, don't buy it, you know. You don't come over here and just like mess with me until I give in to your commands, meaning like to put down the price. The t-shirt on the label or on the tag says like I think it was like $20 for it, you know. My mom put it down to $3, right? I don't know why people keep trying to put down the price, you know, and stuff like that. It's $3. Like, if you want it, buy it, you know. Some people is like a go-getter and they see what they want and they get it, right? Like that lady, she was not a go-getter. She just looked at it, you know. My mom was like, and then she tried to buy it, but she didn't want to buy it. I don't know. It was like a certain kind of thing like that, right? I guess people keep telling me I'm a go-getter. I don't know why. If I see what I want, I'll buy it, you know. That's just me, you know. Sometimes I have an urge to buy something, but then I'm like, nah, I don't want that, you know. But then I was like, maybe I will, you know. Sometimes I go back and then buy it, you know. Sometimes I don't, and then usually I don't regret what I don't buy, you know, because it's always a better deal, you know. That's how I feel, you know. So my mom was like after the lady left, you know, my mom was like complaining to me. She's like, I can't believe that lady told me you people, you know. After that time, after that point of that guy dying, I don't remember that guy's name, you know. It was about that situation with the guy and the police, and then the police's legs on the guy's neck. That was that situation. I guess my mom remembered that situation. Sit there and make you feel less of a person. It's not about the race kind of thing, you know, that, black people and white people, you know, like that, you know. People should just get along, you know. Apparently some people are still racist in the world. I don't know why, you know. For some odd reason, it's still like that, you know. I guess the world never changed, you know. I guess it's still more, I think it's still people who still racist, you know, in the world, you know. Some parts of the world, you know. But whatever. I don't think they'll get a revaluation about that, you know, like being racist and stuff like that. I guess it's always because of the parents was teaching them like racist terms and stuff like that, you know, how you're supposed to treat a black person and how you supposed to treat a white person and stuff like that. To me, some people say, oh, if you have like racist, if someone call you, if a person who's racist and they call you such a name, right, you should ignore them, right? But sometimes it gets to a point that you don't have to listen to this bullshit what they tell you, you know. If they're talking about racist terms to you, you know. I don't take racist lightly, you know. Sometimes, you know. But that's just me, you know. My mom's kind of different, you know. Anywho, I guess that's the main thing of the story. like and subscribe, turn your notifications on. I'll see you later, So I bought some other stuff from this guy, and I'm like, he's like, oh, it was $10. No, first he said it was $15. So I was gonna buy my turtle some stuff, right? And he was selling some fish things, Not because the fish and the turtle is different, right? But he was selling the heater thing there for warm up my turtle's water, right? I know my turtle need that because sometimes it's very cold, some parts of the seasons. And I don't want my turtle to be cold, I'm being warm, he's being cold. I don't like that, So I got him a heater, right? So the guy's like, if you get the heater, oh yeah, and I got a feeder too, just in case, just in case I'm not there, I got him a feeder and a heater, right? So I was like, how much to this together, He's like, $15. I was like, what is $15, bitch? This thing was used, You can't just charge the same amount that was in the store, You can't do that, right? So after a while, we gonna leave, we was leaving because it was not that much people coming, right? So we didn't make that much money, right? We made maybe like a couple of money, right? But it was okay, whatever, So I was taking out the trash because my mom was eating some mangoes, And I was gonna plant the seeds, but she's like, I don't like this kind of mango seed, And I was like, it don't really matter what kind of seed you have. It depends on the seed. I mean, it don't depends on the mango what you're eating. It depends on the seed, right? So I was like, whatever, So I didn't know the bag where I was holding what was trash. It had the mango seed in it. Somehow I threw it in trash, and then the guy called me over again, to see if he could sell me the heater and the feeder, right? So I was like, nah, nigga, I don't want this if it's not gonna be cheap, right? So he's like, $10, you can't beat it. And he's like, 5 for one, the thing you want. And I was like, 5 for both? He's like, no, 5 for one, right? And I was like, what the hell? So he was like, and I was like, okay, what if you add the other thing, the feeder as well? He's like, okay, it'll be 10, right? So I'm trying to hurry up because we're gonna leave, right? And then these people was going extra slow. Why are you going so slow, I hate when people go slow when I'm trying to speed up my pace, Like, hurry up. If you're gonna tell me something, hurry up, They was acting kind of mentally challenged, going very, very slow, and I didn't like that. So I'm like, okay, can you put it down to 8, $8? He's like, no, 10. And I was like, what about 9? $9.50 or something like that. He's like, nah, 10. And I was like, nigga, why you call me over here if it's gonna be the same price, I know it's not 15 and 10 is not the same price, but that's technically it is, because like you calling me over here to sell me something, which I was not gonna pay for $15, now you're gonna say it at 10. You should at least say 9, because what if I don't even know if it works? I'm in a rush, so I'm leaving. Because he's like, okay, 10, and I was like, I need the filter and the feeder, So, because I didn't want to go to the store, right? Because it was right there, right? So I was like, fine, I will do it for 10. But I was like, how the hell do I know it really works, right? How I know that, I don't. He's like, you can go try it right now, and I was like, I ain't got time to be trying it right now, So I was like, whatever, I gave him the money. It was $10. I went in the car, and my mom was like, what you bought? And I was like, I was going to buy some movies, but the guy didn't have Four Brothers. I love Four Brothers. You know why I love Four Brothers? Is because, to me, that movie is kind of like our personality. My 3 sisters, including me, makes 4 girls, right? That's our personality. That movie was based on, it's not based on us, but that's our personality, of Four Brothers, I think it was, Angel, Jeremiah, and Jack, and Bobby, right? Those are 2 names, but it was, that's our personality, I'm, if I was gonna go down the list, my older sister will be, Bobby. I'll be Jeremiah. My second sister will be, Angel, and then my last sister will be, Jack. So that's our personality. If you watch Four Brothers, then you'll know that's us. Not you won't know it is us, but that's our personality, in that character that was playing, right? So I was gonna buy $4, but the guy didn't have it. So I went home. I went in the car. My mom was like, "Why you buy this? You know, I should have been there when you was buying these things." And I was like, she's like, "It's my money." I was like, "No, it's not. You gave it to me, right? So it's my money, right?" So she's like, "Whatever." And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "How do you know it works?" And I was like, "I don't know." She's like, "You just spend how much money you spend?" I was like, $10. You know, $10. I was gonna buy it regardless at the store, but she's like, "Why you didn't go to the store?" I was like, "I ain't got time for this, you know." So that's the main parts of the story. Like and subscribe to notifications. I see you later. Bye.